the shop, send it to the lab. It's something there because I know there's something there. Only you and your body and God knows what you feel, right?
Yeah.
No matter if you're on drugs, no matter what the fuck, if there's something wrong with you, there's something wrong with you, you know? There's a thing called hypochondriac, people that diagnose themselves with every kind of disease. But if you feel something that's been bothering you and it's hurting like hell for years, there's something there.
All you want to do is let go some frustrations because you've had a hard and a hell of a week. Got your money, got your ride. Go ahead on and have yourself a good time.
So as you can see, I'm doing bike repairs.
Yeah.
I do some things to occupy my time and make money at the same time. Something positive where I don't put myself in jeopardy all the time. You know, we're like a family right here. You know what I mean? I won't answer a lot of questions if they're like about personal stuff, but I do surface questions. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As far as, like people have to survive. We're regular people just like anybody else. We're just surviving with our circumstances.
Right.
Our circumstances is, you know, the good old, you know, drug thing. You know what I mean? Just a good person caught in a bad fix, that's all.
Okay.
You know, I'm educated, child actor, I've been through a lot of stuff in my life. But I stay strong through it all, you know, and I have hope. And I fight and I'm a survivor. It's always gonna get better. Tomorrow's always a better day. You know what I mean? So nobody's better than nobody. We're all equal under God's eyes. You know, and that's what everybody should know. And the main thing down here is, you know, people do want to work. Like I want to work, but my past, I'm gonna speak for myself. My past, I've been incarcerated, so that stops a lot of times. You go to an interview, they say, have you ever been convicted of a felony? And that's discouraging a lot of times. You hear no. You just get tired of hearing no, you know, and then you just not give up. You just kind of like set it aside till later on, but later on might never come. You know, so the best opportunity to be cool. And then the jobs that they do open up is damn near a police officer and a parole agent on the fucking job. I mean, who wants to work like that? And it just reminds you of being in prison. You know, I don't want to be reminded of that. That's something that I did, I paid for it, and I want to leave that in the past. And I just want to be who I am. You know what I mean? And move on. You know, that's the mistake I made. I don't want to keep you reminded of the same mistake over and over and over again. You know, and it just leads you down the same thing. But I thank God that I've come to an age of maturity where I can look past a lot of things. I don't have nothing to prove. I've proven it already to myself. So I'm an older guy around here and stuff. So I try to just keep it real and, you know, don't tell no lies. And the problem is, like, for the problem down here is like they don't give enough jobs that don't discriminate. I mean, I want to hire you. I want to do work for me, but what'd you do 10 years ago? That's ridiculous. You know what I mean? To judge somebody, you should judge somebody for what they are, because people grow and they overcome things when the future comes. You know what I mean? They're not still the same people 5 years. Your body chemistry changes even. You know what I'm saying? You might be different. I mean, why would you ask a question, will they detain you and judge me from that? You know, it's not 10 years ago. It's different. And so I think people should be judged by what they are now instead of what the past is and going too far in the past. It's okay to look at the past, but not like discriminate them and hire them because of that. You know, people have different skills, and they could be losing a lot of good employees with that type of discrimination. And there still is big time discrimination and racial profiling going on. And I do understand that and know that to be a fact. because it happens all the time, you know. And the worst racism is the racism that people don't talk about. And they got racism towards all kind of things. The people that use drugs, people that don't work like they do. And I ain't even see much coronavirus down here. It's all up in the yuppie neighborhoods, the rich neighborhoods. You know, so what's up with that? You know, down here I don't even know one person with coronavirus. You know, so it's really not down here. You know, I don't really know what to say about that, but I know the problem down here is, you know, you can come down here and feed, and look what I'm doing. I'm feeding the homeless people, and you know, it's not that type of party. It's a real life situation. You know, some people really want to do the right thing, but they don't even open the doors up and give the opportunity for people to do the right thing. They only say a little bit, and they have programs and all that, but they only keep you at a certain level. Why can't I grow like the next man and be the CEO of a company? Just because I have a past, that doesn't make any sense. Just go for my education and my skills. You know what I'm saying? It should be judged upon that. You know, I might be a different person nowadays. You know, people can change. Even the worst of the worst can change to be a great person, could be a president. You never know. You know, so that's the problem. And I'm not afraid to tell my story. You know what I mean? Details are not important. It's just somebody that went through something and somebody that is now. And I'm fighting for the people, the real people that have real problems. And they got some good people down here. They got some skilled people down here. People with a lot of knowledge, a lot of wisdom, they got good hearts. But they're just mad and afraid to be themselves because they've been shut down so much. You know what I mean? They're tired. People are just tired. You know, and that's mainly the problem. You know, just opening up jobs to people instead of judging from the past. And that's really basically, you know, all I really got to say. I really don't have too much to say about else. I mean, you have any other questions?
Homelessness in Los Angeles, California has grown in magnitude like no one would believe. If you're from California, you know exactly what I'm talking about. But the question is, why? Things have just gotten out of control. It leaves you to believe, what is really going on? And what do people really need? And so today, we ask the question, what do you need? Why are you down here? How can we help? So I guess the ending question here is, what do you feel that the individuals that live in this community need most to bring about the greatest change?
We have many different organizations here doing their part. And the only thing that you would think of is that somebody else coming in and doing their part. Because every little bit helps. I don't think there's any one thing that can be done, but you just need to know what part it is that you have to play as an individual to assist the people here. Some come and bring food, some come and bring friendship, but the city uses this area as a processing center where they process individuals here who, quote unquote, cannot function in society. If I've had an accident, I'm paralyzed, and they connect them to services. Okay, I can't walk anymore, so I need to go to assisted living situation. So they come down here, and then they get processed into different areas of our society to get the help that they need. So that's one aspect of how the city uses this area as the processing center. And there is so much more tied into here beside a processing center. If let's say you have a great blessing on your life where you're going to come into large sums of money, you have to learn how to live with nothing so that you can understand what you've been given and how to use it properly to assist others, to assist yourself, and to do whatever is necessary. So a lot of those things are factored in. But it's basically a processing center, and around this processing center that the city has established is the pastoral individuals, the nomadic, people who wandered through here and go. One of the interesting things about America is, and I saw this when I came down here earlier, is the singer, the guys who come down with the banjo, the young hippies in the summertime.
Right.
They hit the coast, and they're just wandering.
Yes.
They're wanderers, and they have a sound, they have a message. You know what I mean? And so all of that is factored into here, not just here, but other parts of our society. So, but in many cases, we get it wrong in deciding who is qualified. In other words, people will have degrees and spend years of their life learning things as far as to diagnose certain situations, yet they do it incorrectly in some instances. And so, it's very difficult for any one person to come here and say, you fit in, you don't fit in, and everybody fits in. That's why they're here.
So the main things that I've noticed that individuals need down here is opportunity. The majority of individuals have said that they're lacking the ability to actually transform their lives. And that although they have the desire and the will to create a change and overall alter their circumstances, they don't have the ability to because they don't have the opportunities. And so far, that's my conclusion, is that there needs to be some type of opportunity that can be given to individuals that have made mistakes, where their record doesn't define who they are and what they're capable of. And I think if we are able to approach this situation from that perspective, maybe we can change this situation. Maybe we can change this outcome.
There's always going to be good and evil in this world. Getting back to that politics of this stimulus thing, Republicans normally spend money. You got to spend money to make money.
Right.
That's why they're afraid of this President Trump. He shouldn't be afraid of one man. He's just a man that God has in his position to do his will, do God's will. Now, God has this administration. Now, now it's their time to do God's will, not the BS. Not the BS. I'm glad I got this mask on so that people, they understand that. Understand that. That's what we need down here. At our office right there, which would be the tea house, the veterans thing that's been there for years. So we can go and come as we want to. When we go in there, we have to go through the BS. Just come out and gone. But I got 7 grandkids I want to go to college with no problem when I'm dead in heaven. Feel me? Anything else?
Got you.
But if you feel something that's been bothering you and it's hurting like hell for years, there's something there.
Yeah, trust me, I went to the hospital a gang of times. They told me it's all in my mind.
Exactly. So look.
That's about all.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And everybody's not too welcoming.
Right.
Like I am.
I got you.
So,
Yeah.
I just paint my thing, but it's really nice to talk to you.
Absolutely.
My name is Andre.
Andre, it's good to meet you.
There's no, I don't have no hide.
I got you.
But never give up. Trust in God, and things will get better. And tomorrow is a better day. There's always a brighter day tomorrow. Never give up.